Attorney General Merrick Garland, well, he directed the FBI to begin working with local officials across the country. Why? Well, because they need to address the disturbing spike in harassment and threats of violence directed at school board members. That's right. Garland wrote that the Justice Department will hold strategy sessions with law enforcement in the next 30 days and is expected to announce measures in response to the rise in criminal conduct directed towards school personnel in the nation's public schools. That's according to the Washington Post. They also note that while spirited debate about policy matters is protected under our Constitution, that protection does not extend to threats of violence or efforts to intimidate individuals based on their views. Threats against public servants are not only illegal, they run counter to our nation's core values. Those who dedicate their time and energy to ensuring that our children receive a proper education and a safe environment deserve to be able to do their work without fear for their safety. Indeed, that is very much the case. And we know that Garland's order comes after the National School Board Association asked Biden for assistance in trying to help stop the threats that have been waged against educators in the wake of the COVID-19 protections. And these threats, well, they are like nothing we've ever seen before, but we're seeing more and more of it.
Yeah, I love this move. And this is the first thing I've seen out of Merrick Garland where I go, okay, finally, attaboy. And so why? Because they want to punish right wingers? No, of course not. If the government started punishing people based on their political perspective, progressives would get punished first. Historically, we have not had power in a long time. The right wing hates us and a lot of Democratic leadership hates us. So I do not want anyone punished for their political opinions. But these guys are going and threatening people. Well, that's an assault. And they're threatening violence time after time. And it seems like nobody's doing anything about it. No, if you do that, you encourage lawlessness. You encourage anarchy and violence and vigilantes. That's totally unacceptable. It's these poor people in the schools, at the school boards, the principals, the teachers being threatened with their lives over trying to protect the kids' safety and well-being. It's about damn time law enforcement did something about it.
Absolutely, especially because these teachers are mostly underpaid. They definitely do not have the resources that they need, yet they are now fighting potential sickness and illness by being exposed to children who might be carriers of COVID. But in addition to that, also fighting their parents with the nonsense going on, in addition to what this critical race theory, shenanigans. It's just like teachers don't deserve this. And yet the Republicans at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing, they predictably defended the violent rhetoric and the actions of these angry parents. They had said from the Washington Post, if this isn't a deliberate attempt to chill parents from showing up at school board meetings, I don't know what is. That was Senator Josh Hawley. That's what he said to Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco. And he said that you're using the FBI to intervene in school board meetings. This is extraordinary. And the thing is, it seems that we're in an extraordinary moment here with essentially these attacks on educators. And yet Republicans, what do they want to do? They want them to continue and to not protect these teachers at all.
Yeah, look, I don't want to debate the Josh Hawleys of the world. So because none of what they say is true. So if you went to a school board and you said, hey, I object to, you name it, you guys teaching critical race theory. And the school board said, we don't teach critical race theory because literally no school in the country at the primary or secondary level teaches critical race theory. That's for college and for law school. Okay, you guys had that conversation. Even if you yell about it, oh, damn it, don't teach the thing you don't teach. Have at it, Hoss, right? Nobody's gonna arrest you for that. The Justice Department's not gonna look into you for that. And if they did, by the way, I'd be on your side and I'd defend you. No, they're going to investigate when you say, hey, if you teach about racism, I'm gonna attack you. Or if you make the kids wear masks, I'm gonna physically assault you or kill you or threaten you. That's what you need to investigate. By the way, every single person that did that should be arrested. Look, Adrian, you're our legal expert. I don't remember law school wrong, right? If you threaten violence against someone, that's against the law.
Yeah, my recollection, it'd be the same as yours. The fact that you have these parents out here getting all hot and bothered about things, as you noted, that they don't teach, and then about their children being protected from a potentially fatal virus by wearing masks. The fact that these parents are out here threatening people, this is incredibly wild. And the fact that the federal government feels the need to step in, that means they've essentially usurped the role of the state government and local authorities. That tells you people are not doing their jobs along the way, or the threat is so great and profound that the federal government has to step in. We have a sincere problem in this nation, and it starts with the crackpots out there.
Yeah, Adrian, that's such a great point. It almost reminds me of when the National Guard had to step in to escort little black boys and girls into schools once we ended segregation, because this shouldn't be a Justice Department issue. It should be local law enforcement. But it's obvious they're not doing their job. I mean, I would have the cops at all these school board meetings. If somebody says, oh, it's government tyranny and I can't believe you're trying to save my kid's life, there's nothing wrong with that. You just let them rant, and that's okay, and that's your right as a parent to do that. But if they say, oh, I can't believe you're trying to protect my kid's life, so I'm gonna end yours, you're under arrest. Take him to jail right now. It's not close. It's not a close question. Because if you don't stop it, they're actually gonna do it, because they're gonna think, there's no law enforcement, there are no rules left anymore. I said I was gonna do it, nobody ever did anything about it, so I'm gonna do it now. So thank God the Justice Department is doing something, finally.
That's right, because there have been example after example across the nation, and we've got to make it stop.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.